For all the complexity that we deal with in the world of crypto broadly, DeFi, or decentralized finance, represents another layer of confusion for the average person. Simply put, DeFi needs to get a lot easier to use. At least that's one of the core takeaways from a recent survey of more than 1,800 US retail users, as they're described, conducted by Uniswap Labs. The poll showed, among other things, that a lot of potential DeFi users are put off by the cost and complexity of that on-chain trading. And honestly, I can't say that that's a surprise to me. As a long-time early adopter of technologies that are very risky, DeFi has always struck me as one of the most risky things that you could do in this space. Kind of a big flashing warning sign even for the degens among us. Both in terms of game theory, smart contract risk, my personal inability to audit it all. Honestly, it's a scary place even for me. Jen, I'm super curious for your thoughts on this one. Seems like it's not surprising, but there were some interesting takeaways.
I first have to say that I love that you are our risk-averse host on the show, just always bringing us back to reality. You know, I'm always so skeptical of polls and surveys, but just like you, Adam, I didn't find any of these results surprising. I think this brings us back to the ledger story we spoke about at the top of the show, right? Things just need to get easier if we want to achieve adoption. And maybe the answer is we don't want to achieve adoption right now. It feels like we have this struggle between this mass adoption and decentralization. And then we have this sprinkling of regulation that makes it even more confusing for everyone involved. Near the end of the story, there's a quote there that says, we really need to continue to work on education if we want people to be able to use these things. I think the education is out there, and my real thought and opinion on this is that we can only achieve education through great user experiences. I think that's what we need to work on. We need to abstract away all of these complicated elements in the DeFi ecosystem if the end goal is bringing billions of people here. Zach?
Hot take. It's not that hard. People should just try it. Seriously.
Don't they need a better user experience to try it though, Zach? It's kind of tough.
You just get a browser extension wallet, you play around, and you kind of figure it out. You put in $100. It's not huge money, and you kind of figure out cool places to do this thing. I mean, it is really eye-opening when you first wade into the world of on-chain crypto and use your wallet to do stuff, and your wallet balance follows you around the web without you having to create accounts at all these various services, right? And that is different than the existing financial system, and different also from the world of centralized crypto exchanges, right? So, hot take, spend a weekend, waste $100, go to pool together and do a lossless lottery, and just that's a safe way to wade into the world of on-chain crypto. Because I think in the wake of FTX, there was all this conversation around okay, crypto is now going to get back to its true ideals of, finance without dubious middlemen, right? And, sadly, I think the data here is largely true. There's a lot of hurdles toward doing that, right? Despite all of the sort of narrative tailwinds that were allegedly going to push people to experiment with on-chain crypto, transparent, auditable, free of bad actors. Well, I won't say that part, but free of centralized bad actors at least. So the idea here, I think that people need to kind of get over those hurdles. It's real, but it's just a matter of, I don't know, experimenting, getting your hands dirty, try it out. And if it clicks for you, it clicks. If not, not. I don't know. Adam, talk me down. Talk me off my ledge.
No, I mean, I think that the take is more nuanced. I think your take is more nuanced than mine, certainly. I think about these things in kind of broad, bright line type of perspectives. And, there is a lot of value to be had there. But when I look at financial plumbing, I'm not thinking, oh, that's what I want to plug into directly. I'm thinking, I wish my bank was built on top of this, right? I'm thinking, I wish that, my brokerage, to the extent that I have one, which I don't anymore, was built on top of this. And I wish that they could do stuff for me, controlling, my wallet using one key, and then I could co-sign stuff that they're doing. Again, there's all kinds of stuff that exists there, but I'm just not the guy who wants to live in the plumbing of it all. And that's what I see when I look at DeFi. I see that as the plumbing that the new system gets built on top of, that's better than the current system by a large margin, but which still, again, credit cards are terrible technology, except for the layers upon layers upon layers of sort of abstraction that's built on top of them that allows them to feel instant, to feel like they're really convenient, and to be useful everywhere. That did not happen overnight. That took a long time to happen. And I suspect that the same type of thing is going to happen here. Now, I mean, I think the counter argument to that is, do we need that? Does it need to happen like that? Do we need it to be the plumbing, or can everybody just use the kind of base level of the financial system? I don't know the answer to that, but I know that if I'm uncomfortable with that idea, then that means that there are a lot of other people out there who do not have my risk tolerance, because I have incredible risk tolerance for anybody in the normal world, just not in crypto. I just think that's the hurdle you have to overcome. Jen?
Zach, I have $100 and a group of friends, and I'm going to experiment. Where do I start?
No financial advice.
Financial advice.
Just give me the $100. All of you, just send me the $100. That'd be amazing. This will be this is the new move. Yeah, I mean, just I don't know. I mean, I think honestly, not to shill a project, but pool together is a very sort of safe, simple starting point, right? The concept of a lossless lottery is pretty cool. You put your money in, and it incentivizes savings. One person wins all of the collected yield, and it pays out to that one winner. And if you don't win, you don't lose. Your money just keeps going with your lossless lottery tickets. So that to me was always sort of like an eye-opening, safe-ish place to start. But hey, to each their own. Not financial advice, not legal advice, not life advice. DYOR. If you know, you know. That's all I got to say.
All the disclaimers.